These days, more and more people are becoming aware of something called CPTSD, or Complex Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder. Just as the name of the disorder suggests, this is a complex form of post-traumatic stress. If you are familiar with what CPTSD is, it's defined as a more severe form of PTSD that one gets from prolonged and extreme forms of abuse in which escape is not possible. Examples of this would be things like being in a prisoner of war camp or growing up in an abusive home. The 5 key characteristics of CPTSD are toxic shame, emotional flashbacks, a vicious inner critic, social anxiety, and self-abandonment. I know these things because I myself have struggled with CPTSD from narcissistic abuse for much of my life. However, for whatever reason, learning about CPTSD and narcissistic abuse was not an easy task. I am hearing that more and more therapists are becoming aware of this trauma disorder and people are being diagnosed with it. This is good news as far as I'm concerned because it means that more and more people will be accurately diagnosed when they look for help after having gone through various forms of intense emotional and psychological abuse. But the real question is, how do we go about healing from it? That was my main question once I found out about CPTSD. Unfortunately, after looking around for help for CPTSD, once I did find out about it, there didn't seem to be much help available anywhere I looked. So having been something of a truth seeker in general, and having a keen interest in areas like personal development, spirituality, and emotional health and well-being, I took a look at the tools and techniques that I had learned over the years and put something together to heal my own CPTSD. And I have to say, what I put together worked quite well. What I did was, I took the 5 key areas of developmental arrest that comprise CPTSD, once again being toxic shame, emotional flashbacks, a vicious inner critic, social anxiety, and self-abandonment, and then looked at what it would take to counter or heal each of these areas. And you know what's interesting? Even though the C in CPTSD stands for complex, I found that healing from CPTSD in theory mostly boils down to learning how to soothe and love yourself. I also found that this can be done for the most part with your thoughts as well as with your breath. Now, the truth is, you can heal from CPTSD in any number of ways. If you'd like to learn more about CPTSD and be given a roadmap, so to speak, on how to heal from CPTSD, you can check out Pete Walker's book, CPTSD From Surviving to Thriving, and put together your own system to heal from CPTSD. But if you'd like to make your life easier and take advantage of the unique tools and methods that I used from my more than 20 years of experience in the areas of personal development, emotional health and well-being, and with spirituality to heal from my own CPTSD, I actually have a complete course that I put together called the Healing from CPTSD Course. If you are interested in learning more about CPTSD itself from Pete Walker's book, or you'd like to learn more about the Healing from CPTSD course, you can follow the links in the description below. Healing from CPTSD does take some committed work on your part, but the good news is that once you learn how to undo the dysfunctional mental and emotional conditioning that you've endured in your life, and then learn to start loving and caring for yourself, you can indeed heal from CPTSD and get your life back.